Alrighty guys, I have a 2012 Volkswagen Golf TDI. It's the advanced sound version with the Dynaudio. I don't know how to say that. Dynaudio, I guess. Yeah, so I installed the 0330 radio. We can get into the info here. System information. That is the model number and everything like that. I wanted to make sure that it had these three here: the aux port, USB, and an SD card reader. Pretty simple install. There's 3 clips along here, 2 clips along here, and 3 clips along here. This area here and this area here was pretty thin, so you got to be careful with that, not to crack it. I was a mechanic for a long time, so I have, trim tools, but that was precarious, I'm not gonna lie. Took out my old radio, the standard one. I don't even know what it was. I'm gonna be honest, this is my first Volkswagen, so I took that out because I wanted Apple CarPlay. Got this for about 350 bucks off eBay. It came shipped to me direct in about 2.5 weeks, and yeah, everything works great. Everybody's talked about how the Dynaudio stuff doesn't really work well with these, at least on the forums that I've been able to find. Yeah, so it is a little bit lower. It's not, it doesn't have the same amp that one does, so you're not going to hear it as like bassy, and as it's just not going to be as but it sounds fine. Point in case radio. So don't judge my music taste because it's not mine. She dreams that all. Honestly, I know recordings don't sound as good as in real life, but the reality of it is it sounds just fine. It's perfectly usable as it is. I know there's a method that you can go through and change like code and all kinds of things like that within the radio to get it to working even more particularly right, but the reality of it is you're going to need an aftermarket amp or some kinds of things like that to make up for all the sound, because it's not driving it the same. But it's fine for a daily commuter, unless you're doing like sound competitions or anything. You're really not going to notice much of a difference after a couple days. You're going to become so used to it, it won't be a problem. I already tested the mic. Phone calls great on this radio. The phone app, just boom, don't look at that. That's not a big deal. Apple CarPlay, all that stuff. The only thing that you really have to do when you get this thing in is, first things first, go in here and change the language, because it'll be all in Chinese. So it defaults to Chinese. It's not super hard because the nice thing is language is in both languages, so you can find that pretty easily. But yeah, overall, great radio, easy install. It literally just plugged and played. I got a flip up camera because I got the Golf, so I've got the flip up camera, and this is gonna go on the back, and that'll plug into my RCA cable or whatever that is. Video cable, and then I'll have a flip up camera in the back that will actually show me backup. And this radio, according to the guy who sold it to me, is already set up for backup camera. Not sure how to check for that, because I'm not seeing anything in the setups about backup camera or anything like that. So yeah, not quite so sure about that, but overall, great radio, super easy install, highly recommend. Apparently these are good for all the way back to 2005. I didn't have to disconnect the Bluetooth module that's underneath the seat here, because it just auto connected to this one. Not sure if that's going to cause a problem or not. It's been some contentious debate on some of the forums I've been a part of, whether or not you have to or not, or if it's even there on some of these models, because the Dynaudio thing really throws a loop for a lot of people, because they're not sure what different things are in these cars per model. So it's hard to tell, because this is not only was this the Dynaudio one, but it's the tech package one with all the fancy lights and everything like that. So it throws a bigger wrench in it. There's more things in this one than there are in some of the other ones. So yeah, that's pretty much my install. It's straightforward as it looks. It's a T20, 4 bolts around here, slides out, no problem. You pull the plugs off. It's super straightforward. If you haven't done it and you want Apple CarPlay in your car, which I don't know why you wouldn't want it, it's amazing. I highly recommend doing this. Anyway, that's my 2 cents, and I'm gonna put this up on the YouTube and give it to whoever wants it. It's not really an install guide, just kind of a review of how easy it was to set up and how it sounds with the Dynaudio, because not a lot of people have really done that. So there you go.